breakdown and prediction for this fight we got coming up. Headline, man. Let me find out. Actually, it's gonna be at the Turning Stone Resort Casino, and I believe that's in upstate New York. All right, 15-0, 11 KOs, WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Dmitry Bivol, gonna be defending his belt against Joe Smith Jr., 24-2, 20 KOs. You know, Joe Smith Jr. is a guy who moonlights as a boxer and a part-time construction, um, part-time in construction. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if he does that construction business too much, but the first time I seen him fight was in that Fonfora fight. Remember, Fonfora was a guy that Al Heyman and PBC were giving. You know what I mean? He headlined that show, Fonfora versus Joe Smith. That was over there in what you call it? I can't remember the venue. So they was really looking out for the man Andres Fonfora. But you know the usual suspects, these motherfuckers that hate Al Heyman, hate PBC, hate everything they stand for. They wasn't mentioning nothing about guys like Fonfora. You know how they used to claim the Caucasian fighter that was kind of quote unquote on the come up, whether it was Lomachenko, Triple G, Kovalev. They jumped on they Bozak, right? They ain't jump on the man, fellas like Limpiness sack, right? Because he's with the PBC. Same with Fonfora. And Fonfora, remember, had that Fight of the Year candidate versus Nathan Cleverly. Again, that was on Spike TV, and Fonfora was the headliner. I believe even the man Fonfora headlined another show on Showtime versus a dude named Dudu Gumbu, African dude from, I believe, the Congo. So, man, Al Heyman did everything he can for the man Fonfora. And I'm not saying Fonfora was um, ungrateful for the opportunity. Fuck who promotes who does what. I told y'all before, I watch boxing on any platform. I'm not down for no promoter, none of that. I do believe the best boxing in the world comes out of the PBC. And if you can show me any better, hey man, be my guest. Throw it in the comment section. But you know, we're gonna talk about this DAZN card one time. Joe Smith Jr. Joe Smith Jr. is famous for knocking out Bernard Hopkins, ending his career. And before that, stopping Farm 4, I think, in one round in Chicago. You check it. Now, I'm looking forward to this fight. Bivol's over there on the island of his own on the zone. There ain't no other light heavyweights over there. All the other light heavyweight champions for this Kovalev, Vazik, Kovalev, Vazik, better be. They're all on ESPN. So where does this guy go from here? We shall find out. But as far as the breakdown and prediction, I think the man is Bivol is a very good boxer. Got straight punch. Is Bivol is a very good boxer. Got straight punches. Not reason. Not, I'm not gonna say he's one dimensional. You know what I mean? But he throws straight punches. You know what I mean? Doesn't really have looping shots like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a straight line fighter. Straight line fighter as opposed to the man Joe Smith Jr., who's the kind of guy who's relentless, comes forward, those body shots, those left hooks, looping shots. You know, he's the kind of guy who's dangerous. Throw shots from all angles, and if you're not careful, you will get clipped. You know what I mean? But I think Dmitry Bivol, if he maintains his distance, boxes off the back foot, pivots to his right, left, whichever way that he's trying to avoid shots. You know what I mean? If he's trying um, vicious left hook, Joe Smith Jr., then I think he can catch and Smith Jr. You know what I mean? Because Joe Smith Jr. takes shots to give shots. Seeing Joe Smith Jr. get dropped in that fight versus or not, he dropped Sullivan Barrera, excuse me, you know what I mean? Sullivan Barrera got off the canvas after that and outboxed the guy in vicious fashion, you know what I mean? Basically took boxed his ears off, you know? Boxer, yes, but when the tough gets going and the going gets tough, he throws all that boxer shit out the window. And he's not really the same type of fighter he is when he's a composed fighter. fighting off the jab. And that's what Dmitry Bivol is gonna do. Dmitry Bivol is gonna just box a perfect fight, keep this goddamn circle right or left, depending on which power shots the man Joe Smith Jr. is gonna throw. Joe Smith Jr. has to be a relentless fighter, get on the inside, put the pressure on him like he did from round one, how he put the pressure on B-Hop. B-Hop did a good job trying to evade shots early, but he couldn't do that for 12 rounds at that age. A young won some rounds, but occasionally he was getting clipped. And at 52 years old, how old B-Hop was, I couldn't see him going 12 rounds with the man Joe Smith Jr. And eventually he got knocked out the ring. Dmitry Bivol is a younger fighter, you know what I mean? Younger than B-Hop, of course, and a better boxer at this stage of his career than B-Hop, you know what I mean? Because B-Hop, the last few years we seen him fight. He was 49 years old when he fought Kovalev. Was out the ring for 2 years. Then fought Joe Smith Jr. Got knocked out the ring. You know what I mean, I seen Dmitry Bivol fight Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal's a tough, durable opponent, herky jerky, awkward motherfucker. And he was in there just to survive. He was in there not to get knocked out. You know what I mean? So was Isaac Chilemba. Isaac Chilemba actually did a better job than anybody I've seen fight the man Dmitry Bivol. You check it? But he himself, he just didn't have enough to keep this guy off of him as far as winning a points decision. Okay, so I think Joe Smith Jr., man, he's going to have to come forward. He's going to have to put a lot of pressure on this. Joe Smith Jr., man, he's going to have to come forward. He's going to have to put a lot of pressure on this guy and have to test his chin, you know what I mean? We don't know too much about Dmitry Bivol's chin because the kind of guys he's gotten in the ring with, they ain't no concussive punches because the kind of guys he's gotten in the ring with, they ain't no concussive punches like he is, you know what I mean? And that's the only shot that I do see the man Joe Smith Jr. having is if he can click the man Dmitry Bivol. And it's not impossible. By no means, by no stretch of the imagination is it impossible for Joe Smith to win this fight. Stretch of the imagination is it impossible for Joe Smith to win this fight. Pay the bills and Dmitry Bivol is gonna outbox him, you know what I mean? Possibly stop him, you check it because I think the guy might make a lot of mistakes trying to go for that KO and get clipped himself and he might get stopped on his don't see him getting laid out on his back or face first on the canvas. But overall I gotta give this victory in favor of the WBA champ, Dmitry Bivol. I see it going on points decision. Wouldn't be surprised if he stops him, but I think it's going to be a unanimous decision. Probably about 9 rounds to 3, 8 rounds to 4 in favor of the man from Kazakhstan, based out of Russia, Dmitry Bivol. Be Watch Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share, subscribe.